presents. I wonder who they're for. Hi, I'm Amy.
Hi, Amy.
I have a clue for you today. And it can be found in this, right here.
A notebook?
Well, you're close. Listen very carefully. What's on the inside counts. Oh.
What's the clue?
I've already told you.
You cheated!
The clue is written right here. What's on the inside counts. And if there's a clue, there must be a puzzle to solve. Here we have a whole bunch of presents. All of us together get to choose the best, most valuable present.
Sounds cool!
So, which one do you think it is?
It will be the biggest!
Good idea, but remember, the biggest is not always the best. We can't judge a book by its cover.
What about that gold shiny one?
Another good choice. But remember, all that glitters, it's not gold.
The one that's shaped like a star?
Remember the clue? Stop looking for what's on the outside, because what's on the inside counts. Would you like me to show you which one is the absolute tippity top bestest present here?
Yeah, tell us!
It's this one, right here.
But that doesn't look any good. We told you it's just a key.
But what's the key for?
The treasure chest?
You've got it! What's on the inside counts. It wasn't the biggest or the shiniest, but it had the most valuable gift inside. The key to this treasure.
On one particular day, God told Samuel that it was time Saul went into battle against the Amalekites. You see, the Amalekites had treated God's people, the Israelites, very badly when they came out of Egypt. Saul set out to do exactly as God had told Samuel. But when Saul saw how good the sheep and cows were, he couldn't resist changing the plan. The army was to take them and bring them home. Not a big deal, right? Wrong. Saul had decided to deliberately disobey God. This was the beginning of the end. It came time for Samuel to appoint a new king for Israel, as God had rejected Saul. God told Samuel to go and see Jesse of Bethlehem, and there God would show him who would be the next king. Once he found Jesse and his family, Samuel met each of Jesse's sons, one by one. First, Samuel met Eliab, and thought, surely this is the Lord's anointed. But the Lord whispered to Samuel, don't look at how big and tall he is, because I don't. The Lord doesn't look at the things people look at, the outward appearance. The Lord looks at the heart. Jesse had 7 of his sons pass before Samuel, but Samuel kept saying to him, the Lord has not chosen these. So he asked Jesse, do you happen to have any more sons? Well, there is still the youngest, but he's out in the fields looking after the sheep, Jesse replied. Well, send for him. I'm not going to sit down and rest until he's arrived. So Jesse did as Samuel had instructed and brought his son David before him. Now David wasn't the tallest or the strongest, but when he arrived, the Lord said, rise and anoint him, for he is the one I have chosen. So Samuel took a horn of oil he had and anointed David in front of all of his brothers. It was from that day onward, David was destined to be king. Isn't it funny how Samuel was looking at the height and strength and age of the next king, while God had other plans? God knew David had a good and pure heart, and that's what he was after. God still looks for the same things today. It doesn't matter what you look like, or how good you are at sports, or art, or singing, or reading. It's who you are with him. That's what really matters.
Samuel was looking at the height and strength and age of the next king. But God had other plans. What is on the inside counts a lot to God. He can see just what we're thinking and feeling every moment of the day and night, which means he understands what we're going through. There is a big plan and purpose that God has for your life, and the only way we can hope to see it happen is by keeping a pure heart before God, because God looks for the same things today. Trust him with everything you have. You have so much to live for.
Others may look at the outside, but God looks at the heart. Others may look at the outside, but God looks at the heart. Others may look at the outside, but God looks at the heart.